I have never seen anything even approximating what we saw in any kind of business shareholder meeting. It was insane. The fact that they don't understand he made a $1 billion mistake in the way he answered a question.
Institutionals, here we go.
Hi, Bob, and again, I reiterate, welcome back. As a financial advisor here in Melbourne, Florida, only about an hour from Walt Disney World, what steps have already been taken or will be taken to protect shareholder value with regard to the legal battle between Disney and Ron DeSantis and the Reedy Creek Improvement District? We're kind of all concerned about that here. The tax bill. My son lives in Orlando, and he's worried about his taxes going up.
Okay, great.
Alan, let me, if you don't mind, let me address this issue, which I haven't really done much.
Yes. Oh, please
but
do,
I'd love the
Bob.
Opportunity just
please create content
to put it
for me,
all
Bob.
in perspective. First of all, I know you said you're a resident, I think, of Melbourne, Florida. We love the state of Florida, and I think that's reflected in not only how much we've invested over the last 50 years, but how much we've given back in the form of jobs and community service, taxes, which you brought up, tourism, of course, and all sorts of other responsible business practices. We've also always respected and appreciated what the state has done for us. It's kind of been a two-way street. But a year ago, the company took a position on pending Florida legislation. And while the company may have not handled the position that it took very well, a company has a right to freedom of speech just like individuals do.
Oh my gosh, he's making the mistake.
He's not going to do this,
The governor got very angry about the position Disney took.
He's
and
making
it
a
seems
mistake.
like he's decided to retaliate against us, including the naming of a new board to oversee the property and the business. In effect, to seek to punish a company for its exercise of a constitutional right.
He's conflating RCID and Disney right now, is he?
Against any company or individual, but particularly against the company that means so much to the state that you live in. And to put that in perspective, we have over 75,000 employees, which I noted in my opening. Countless thousands of indirect jobs have been created.
Ron DeSantis just poured a drink.
Visitors will go through our gates this year
This will
about
be used
8
in
million
court
of them from outside
this
the
is
U.S.
absolutely going to go to court.
We are the largest taxpayer in the state.
He must have known the subpoena was going to make this clear.
You may find this interesting as it relates to future taxes, but we're currently planning now to invest over $17 billion in Walt Disney World over the next 10 years. And those investments, we estimate, will create 13,000 new Disney jobs and thousands of other indirect jobs. And they'll also attract more people to the state and generate more taxes. And so our point on this is that any action that thwarts those efforts, simply to retaliate for a position the company took, sounds not just anti-business, but it sounds anti-Florida. And I'll just leave it at that. Thank you very much for your interest.
Mags Legal was going to be here, but it's 3 a.m. where he's at in Korea. He's not up yet.
It's a major tactical error.
Holy
huge.
Good morning, Bob.
I'll explain later. I have never seen anything like this. Folks, if you have joined late and you were not here for the actual question and answer session with Robert Iger, seriously, you're going to have to go back. You don't understand. I have never seen anything even approximating what we saw in any kind of business shareholder meeting. It was insane.
This was bonkers. And Jay is here joining us, Drunk 3PO. Glad to have you.
I'll stick around for a minute or two now with Jay. What's up?
Hey, Jay.
Hello, everyone. I don't want to take up anyone's time. Lorena was on fire.
Yeah.
Congratulations on all your success, Valiant. You're killing it on YouTube. It's amazing.
Thanks to your help.
You are soaring for the. I'm like in the weird. Yeah. I don't know about that, man. I hope you guys. I hope you fly.
I extolled your virtues again. Pro decided he wanted to do an interview with me for the 20K thing, and of course, your name came up. The video was out Friday last week, Pro. So
that's correct.
Jay got a mention in there, of course. So
Disney. If you don't know what Diz Twitter is, it's the you guys call them pixie dusters. I call them Disney adults. It's the it's short for Disney Twitter. So anytime you see that hashtag Diz Twitter, it means I'm just a Disney adult, and they are saying Bob Iger just smacked down Ron DeSantis, is gonna lose and is gonna crawl into his hole. This was the greatest beatdown of a governor we've ever seen in our. They are having like this parade.
Jay, that goes to show you how stupid they are. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean, but the fact that they don't understand he made a $1 billion, that's my opinion, a $1 billion mistake in the way he answered a question. I can't fathom how they could possibly not.
They are going ballistic, and then also because sadly my Twitter algorithm.
They think that Iger slapped it down in this call.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about earlier this week?
The call. I'm like looking at the Twitter.
God.
I'm looking at it right now.
How much crack are you smoking out there? If you think the Florida legislature, let me make this clear again. If you think that the Florida state legislature, who is the one who created Reedy Creek, the power to create also imparts the power to destroy as a perfectly legal argument, okay? If you think that's the case, you're crazy. And if you think that the Florida State Supreme Court is going to allow this to stand, you're also out of your mind. As Legal Mindset explained yesterday, the precedent that would set in Florida would be wild. For 1,700 special taxing districts and homeowners associations around the state of Florida, that they could just override Florida state law with a compact privately in some little podunk special district or some podunk HOA to just pass off all the decision-making to a private corporate entity with no legislative oversight. If you think the Florida courts are going to allow that to stand up, you're out of your damn mind.
Oh, two things on that.
It's like I say, pixie dust is a hell of a drug.
Seriously. So two things though. One, we laughed about this for 2 hours yesterday on the live show because it's so ridiculous. Because essentially what Disney did was try to create a 40 square mile homeowners association that has government powers. It's so stupid that it'll never pass. They're just trying to run out the clock. But point number two, it's my understanding. I have not had a chance to verify this yet because we've been live. It's what I'm going to do after we get off. But my understanding is, based on what a source has sent me, that Ron DeSantis has actually now invoked a, let's see what it is, not an attorney general, but
eminent domain?
Inspector General. And Inspector General now is involved in the Reedy Creek situation, looking into what Disney did at the last.
And that's usually an independent position, an independent audit.
So the only
when you get an IG involved.
The only thing I could think that is the subpoena that was issued to get all their text messages and everything back and forth was going to lay it bare that Disney was in control anyway. So he just decided it was immaterial for him to go ahead and say it on the call.
And he admitted it in the call.
It's
unbelievable.
There are billions, or even Legal Mindset said yesterday that it could even reach the trillion mark level of impact based on that answer.
I texted Andrew, like when I had to step out to let the dogs out. I'm like, dude, I know you're in bed, but I'm texting him in phone call. I was like, please. I said this was a S show. This was a dumpster fire for Iger. I mean, huge. I was like, I wish he could get in here. He's probably going to wake up as soon as we close the stream and go, damn.